right, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is Monday, June 12th. We are talking with Troy West from TroyWins.com. We're going to talk about Game 5 in the NBA Finals tonight. And Troy West, let's just take a quick minute out to congratulate you. You've been nailing everything so far. In Games 3 and 4, you've basically nailed everything except for Kyrie Irving. Everything else you've nailed. You're 6-2 over the last 2 games, including calling for LeBron James to have a triple-double in Game 4 at plus 170. Your only 2 losses were the Kyrie Irving props. Everything else you nailed, Troy West. Congratulations. Nice job. Thanks for the free winners for us.
Hey, you bet. No, I was absolutely wrong about Kyrie Irving. This guy's really turned it on in this series. Klay Thompson shut him down in those first 2 games. I thought that would continue. Obviously wrong on that. But, yeah, we've had an outstanding series with you guys as far as ATS goes. And in terms of, you and I both having Golden State fairly big on the series itself. That still, has another game to go. So we won't count our chickens on that yet.
Yeah.
But it's been an outstanding series with SBR, and we kind of owed it to people after the crappy playoffs we had. But I knew we'd finish strong like we always do, Pete, and I appreciate it.
All right. So in Game 3, again, 4-1. The one loser was Kyrie Irving props. And then in Game 4, LeBron James at a triple-double was one of your winners at plus 170. Kyrie Irving prop was one of your losers. And now, interestingly, LeBron James to get a triple-double in Game 5 is just plus 125. So a big move there from 170 all the way down to 125 in just one game. So obviously the market learning their lesson there, at least on 5 dimes here. And, here we go. We've got the spread is Golden State minus 8.5. The total is about 230.5, 231. The lines haven't moved much since opening. Obviously, Golden State absolutely rolled in games 1 and 2. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I don't know. Obviously you can stare at this number as long as you want, and eventually you'll start to think, oh, maybe Cleveland is a good bet here at plus 8.5. I got to think that just don't overthink it, and Golden State minus 8.5 is at least a little bit of a good bet here. What do you think?
Boy, you're right, Pete. This is a really tough game. For me, it's going to be a very light play, and I can't believe I'm doing this, but I actually do like Cleveland getting 8.
Wow.
I do. And it goes against everything I said at the start of the series. I really, truly thought that we would take take Golden State every single game in the series. We passed on them in that last game just because, like I told you, the psychological effect of being up 3-0, you just don't know what you're going to get from either team. I do believe Golden State closes them out tonight. I do believe they win this game. But I don't see Cleveland going out without at least a fight. This team found something in Game 4, whether you want to admit it or not. Like I said, I think Golden State laid over quite a bit in that game. But to put up 130-plus points, you got to put that basketball in the hoop, Pete, and everybody was hitting. J.R. Smith, I think, finally has some confidence going. Kevin Love played outstanding. We know Kyrie Irving's been outstanding. And we know that LeBron James was outstanding. They finally clicked. They finally got something going. I think they're going to go into Oracle with at least the confidence to cover 8.5 points. Do I think they're going to win this game? Likely not, but I do think it's going to be a dogfight in the end. I think this one's going to be decided by 4 to 6 points. But I got to go with Cleveland. We hit the Cleveland plus 8.5, and Golden State wins the series, so we cash both those bets tonight.
All right, 8.5 minus 110. And you do have to assume that even if Golden State at some point gets up by 20, Cleveland's just going to leave everything on the court. 110%, all those cliches. You got to assume that that's going to be the case here because in games 1 and 2, Cleveland might have been like, all right, well, we kind of lost this one. We don't really care what the margin is. Let's just eat the loss and move on and try to get a win in the next game. This one, of course, there's no next game if they lose, so they'll be fighting to the end no matter what the score is. So you might even get a backdoor cover here at 8.5 minus 110. All right, Troy West, you want to move on to props? You have anything to say about props? I mean, if you think that Cleveland's going to have a better than expected performance, I don't know. Anyone getting a triple-double at plus 125 seems like too short of odds for me to take. But LeBron James, a triple-double at plus 125. What's your take on that in light of the fact that you nailed LeBron getting a triple-double in Game 4 at plus 170?
Well, you're absolutely right, Pete. They are going to leave it out on the floor. And, they really could have won Game 3. People forget this series could very well be 2-2 had Cleveland not really choked away the last 90 minutes of Game 3. LeBron, like you said, those type of odds, Pete, that's tough. I would pass on that. I don't think he's going to get the triple-double tonight. I think he's going to come up short, potentially in the assist range or the rebounds. But it's a tough one. To bet a player like that, it's amazing. What other player can you say that's going to get even money almost on a triple-double? That, to me, there's no value there, so I would pass on that, to be honest with you.
All right, well, what about any of the other props, any of the points props? You still like Kyrie Irving under maybe? Kevin Durant over once again? What do you think?
It might be a sucker's bet, but I do. He did struggle in Game 1 and 2 in Oracle. This guy seems to play a lot better at home, but he does seem to be a man on the mission. But at the same time, Klay Thompson going into this game, if they want to win and they want to win handily, he's got to be the guy that he was in Game 1 and Game 2. I'll roll the dice one more time and go under the points for Kyrie Irving on this one.
All right, well, now it's actually up to 28, under 28 minus 120 on the Kyrie Irving points total. So Troy West going one more time on the under with the Kyrie Irving total points. Any other props you want to give before we wrap this up?
We've been 2-0 so far with Kevin Durant. I'm going to go over it again. We've got this guy to win the MVP. We've hit both of his overs. Even in a bad game that he had last night, or excuse me, a couple nights ago, Pete, 35 points. That's a bad night for Kevin Durant in this series. This guy wants to end this thing tonight in Oracle. He's unstoppable. He's unguardable. I'm going to go over the points with Kevin Durant. No reason to believe he's not going to get those points again tonight.
All right. Well, one of your props, he had 30.5, and the line was 30.5, and I think he got 31. You just snuck over it. Right now, the market has made a little bit of adjustment. The total is 32 for Kevin Durant. The over is minus 105. Is that okay for you?
That's okay. I think this guy's going to go off for 35 to 40 tonight. This needs to be his biggest game of the series. And like I said, Pete, from when we started this series bet, this guy's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to be the finals MVP. He wants to win it. He's going to do everything he possibly can to get this game. And even if it means he shoots the ball 20 or 30 times, he's going to do it, and he's going to go over 32 points tonight.
All right, Troy West, 6-2 in games 3 and 4, and tonight he's got the Kyrie Irving team points total under 28, Kevin Durant points total over 32, and Cleveland plus 8.5 minus 110. Troy West, thanks so much. Give a very, very, very well-earned plug for your website, troywins.com.
Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling in baseball. As you know, we've had an outstanding NBA Finals. And if you track back the last few years, we've been unstoppable in the SBR videos in the NBA Finals. That's troywins.com. I know these things are coming to an end, but come take a look at our webpage. We've got great free trials going on. We're happy to take care of anybody that comes and checks us out. That's troywins.com.
All right. Thanks so much, Troy. Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.